In this video, I'm going to be paying to have my game finished through Fiverr. Let's see if we can turn this game into a full game with the help of game developers on Fiverr. In a recent video I made, I paid 3 different game developers on Fiverr to make the same game. I asked the developers to make an endless runner shooter game, and I received 3 games that were made using the same concept but were very different in their own ways. One of the games I received was called Gunner Runner and was an endless runner shooter with a retro arcade feel, and you guys seem to agree with me when I said that this game would be awesome as a full game. So through using Fiverr, a website where you can pay for freelance services, I'm going to pay to have this game turned into a full game. To start the project, I had to play Gunner Runner a little more and get an idea of what I could add to the game. I thought the game would work really well as a mobile game, with different weapons you could unlock, new traps and obstacles, and other new features. I wrote a list of new features that I wanted added to the game and headed over to Fiverr. Before I found a game developer, I needed to find a pixel artist to make some sprites. I found a pixel artist on Fiverr by the name of Lean Bazzoli and paid him to make some sprites. Here's what I got. So basically, I had the main character sprites created with different guns. We have an AK-47, a knife, a laser, grenades, and a rocket launcher. These turned out really good. Great work. Now that we had some new sprites, it was time to find a game developer. Now, here's the tricky thing. The original game developer behind Gunner Runner was a Fiverr user named Limonado. Now, unfortunately, this game developer is no longer on Fiverr and hasn't been on Fiverr since before the original video was released. So I have no way to reach out to them to continue to work on the project. However, I do have permission to use this game and continue with the project, but thank you Limonado for making Gunner Runner what it is, and hopefully we can add more to this awesome game. I ended up finding a Fiverr game developer by the name of Ogreo de Pau, and I reached out to them with the full list of features. We agreed on a price, I paid them, and after a few weeks, I got back the upgraded version of Gunner Runner. But before I show you that, if you guys are anything like me and you use the internet for almost everything, then I'd highly recommend our sponsor, Dashlane, to make your internet life faster and easier. Dashlane is an all-in-one desktop and mobile app designed to make your life on the internet simpler and safer. Dashlane manages all your passwords, so you don't have to keep track of each one. Dashlane also has a secure autofill for personal information and payment details, making online checkout much more straightforward. You can get breach alerts when an account has been compromised, and there's a built-in VPN with country selection to make your online life more private and safe. The best thing is, Dashlane works across all devices, including Windows, Mac, Android, iOS, Chrome, and Safari. The beauty of Dashlane is that all these features and more are in one product, so you don't need to use different solutions. Everything is done right through Dashlane. You can try Dashlane for free on your first device at dashlane.com/badgamedev, link in the description, and you can use my promo code BadGameDev to get 50% off the premium version if you decide to upgrade. Now, let's see the new version of Gunner Runner. Alright guys, so here we are with the updated version of Gunner Runner, and as you can see, it's already looking more like a mobile game. We've got a main menu here, we've got some gems, we've got some buttons. I think before I play though, I'll quickly talk about all the changes and updates that have been made to the game. So first of all, and most obviously, there's a main menu. In terms of additions to the gameplay itself, there's 3 major changes. First of all, there's new traps and obstacles, so there's spikes that are on the ground, there's rocks that will fall from the ceiling, there's rockets that will just shoot at you during the game, and there's these blocks which will slow you down. Another change to the main gameplay is that enemies now have different weapons. There's enemies with AK-47s, knives, lasers, grenades, rocket launchers. Basically every weapon you can get in the game, the enemies can also now get. So as the game progresses and the further you get along, the more variety of enemies will start to pop up, which makes the game more challenging the further you go. Another big change is that you can now get boosters. Boosters are effects that will temporarily change your player. The 4 boosters we've got is an auto shoot, a shield which will stop any damage from happening to you, a gem magnet which will bring gems towards you, and rocket boots which essentially allows you to fly. Outside of the gameplay, we've got an upgrade system which allows allows you to change the player's skin. There's also a skill system, so you can upgrade certain skills such as jump height, booster duration, total health, and the score multiplier. And you can also unlock and upgrade your weapons, of course. Outside of all of that, there's just a few other features that makes it more like a mobile game. So without further ado, let's jump into it and check out the updated version of Gunner. Actually, before I press play, I'm going to jump into upgrades and I'm going to upgrade my skills. So I'm going to put my booster duration all the way up. I'm going to put my total health all the way up, my score multiplier all the way up, and let's go back. Weapons, let's see what we should unlock. All right, we've got the AK-47, knife, laser, grenade. I think I'm going to go with the laser to start, so let's select. All right, now that we've upgraded our skills and we've got our laser, let's jump into it. So a menu has popped up asking, would you like a head start? A head start in this game is either a randomized booster effect or an extra heart when you start the game. So yeah, we're gonna pay the 3 diamonds and get one of those. And as you can see, I've got the golden hearts, which means I have an extra heart, but let's just let's jump into our run. Now, if you're not familiar with Gunner and how to play, it's essentially just an endless runner shooter. So you run through a cave collecting gems and try to take out as many enemies as you can. As you can see, there's an enemy there with an AK-47, and I've just lost quite a bit of health to him. The game can actually get pretty fast-paced and intense the further it goes on, which is pretty fun. And the rockets are starting to come now, which is not going to be good for me. And there we go, we got a coin magnet, so that should help us out a little bit with getting a higher score. All right, we got some rocket boots as well. So this is what I mean with rocket boots. You can basically fly through the level. Oh no, I've got 1 heart left. This is not good. No. So yeah, that is the Fiverr version of Gunner, but it is not finished yet. We still have a lot of changes to make and a lot of optimizing to do, so we are going to get into that now. So as you can see, Gunner is looking awesome. However, there was still a lot I had to do. I spent a few weeks working on the game, which was mainly just a lot of optimizing and finalizing things, but eventually Gunner Mobile was complete. Before we check out the final game, if you would like to play Gunner for yourself, there is a link in the description to download it for free on Android, so feel free to do that if you would like. And here's the final game, and here we are, the updated version of Gunner. So essentially there's just a lot of changes and optimization that's been made to the game, and then a few of the features have been expanded upon. As you can see, I've got my high score here, which I'm absolutely going to demolish right now, so let's do it. I've just realized I have no diamonds, so I can't exactly unlock anything. Of course, being a game developer, you have to test features, which involves giving yourself 16,000 diamonds. So let's jump into our upgrades and make some upgrades. So first of all, we can change our skin now. As you can see, there's heaps of different options. Let's go with blue. And into our skill menu, of course, upgrading all the skills. Jump height's pretty fun to play with, but we're going for a high score, so we're not going to use it. And as for weapons, I think I'm going to go with grenade, because that is really fun. Now, characters, at the moment, there are none. Essentially, characters are going to be different variations of the main character that will have a set weapon, but at the minute there are none, so we're just playing with the default, and let's get into it. Now, would I like a starting bonus? Absolutely. Let's pay the 3 diamonds and see what we get. We got some golden hearts, but that's all good because yeah, we're gonna demolish this high score. Oh, I just wasted my hearts. So with using the grenades, it's literally all about timing. You need to time your throw. Boom. Perfect, just like that. All right, things are getting really fast now, and there's all sorts of enemies around, so yeah, I need to stay focused to make sure I smash my original high score. Oh yes, we got auto shoot. We got auto shoot with grenades. Look how crazy this ends up getting. Boom. Yes. And there we go. Game over. 16,000 new high score. I'm happy with that. All right, guys, and that is going to do it for this video. Thanks again to Dashlane for sponsoring this video. Please check them out with the link in the description if you're interested. If you'd also like to get some work done from any of the Fiverr developers shown in this video, I've left links to their Fiverr gigs, so feel free to check those out also if you're interested. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to leave a like, leave a comment, and if you want to subscribe to the channel, you can do that too.